with you.
What do you mean?
Normally you would think that it's like the funniest thing.
I know.
Honestly, you can't be this depressed.
You're depressed about Reggie? Kimmy, don't be sad. You're going to have a wedding just as pretty as this one.
I definitely feel a little bit of pressure now that Chloe's married, Courtney's having a baby. You know, I always have my plan. And right now I don't have a plan.
Well, I just think everybody kind of...
Damn! Well, I'm sorry, Kim, that you don't have a plan. The good news is you got one now. You got a plan with your new man, my man, Miles Austin. He's the real deal. He's in for a huge year. And welcome to the Pyromaniac.com video preview of Miles, the real deal Austin. So this guy is a guy that I'm sure a lot of people had on their radar, never put it together, had a knee injury 2 years ago, and seemingly came out of nowhere for others. Well, once he emerged in Week 5 against the Chiefs last year, he never looked back. He had incredible... I laugh because not many people suffered the wrath that Austin dropped in Week 5, but I did. This guy I was playing, he had Sam Hurd in, because I guess Roy Williams missed that game, so he has Sam Hurd. And the very last minute, he picks up Miles Austin and puts him in. And I'm watching the game, and I'm like looking at the stats, and it's like, oh, you know, he's got 5 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. That's 16 points. But I got Mike Sims-Walker. I think Sims-Walker put up 15. Didn't happen. He goes off 10 catches, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 47 points. It's one of those matches where it's like, not my week, I'm taking a nap. So that was the rude awakening. But that's a lesson learned. If you have an inside scoop on a guy, stick by your guns. Don't give up on him that early, because guys pop up out of nowhere, just like Austin did. From Week 5 on, Austin ran shop. The only person that had more points from him than him at wide receiver was, I believe, Wes Welker. I could be wrong. Maybe it was Andre Johnson. I forget. But it's not important. The point is, if Miles Austin put together what he did in, I think, the 10 or 11 games that he started last year over a full 16-game season, he would have been the number 2 wide receiver overall. And I don't see that changing at all this year. A lot of people are worried, well, they got Dez Bryant now. There's too many mouths to feed. Jason Witten and Roy Williams isn't gone, and on and on and on. Well, look at it this way. Austin was a very important piece for that team. He was the difference between their offense being inconsistent to being one of the best offenses in the NFL. That offense put up the same kind of yardage as the Saints did. The only problem was they didn't convert those to points. So they're going to look to do that this year. You bring in Dez Bryant, who's arguably the best rookie wide receiver, the best, he could even go down as the best rookie out of this draft class. And what that does is I think that helps Austin, because a lot of the arguments for people for Austin this year is why not to take him as well. He's not going to surprise anyone, and he's going to see double coverage now. Well, now he's not going to. He's going to see single coverage. They're going to use him out of the slot. They run screen passes with him. He can go long. He can go over the middle. He's got great hands, runs good routes, and can break off a long play. So there's not much more you'd want from a wide receiver. His upside is incredible. His upside is so high that I would have a hard time arguing with anybody that wanted to take him after, Andre Johnson, Randy Moss, Reggie Wayne area, before the consistent guys like Roddy White and the talented phenom in Calvin Johnson. So it's hard to say, which direction do you want to go. I would have no problem taking Miles Austin as my second wide receiver. In fact, in one league already, in the World Championships Fantasy Football early satellite league that I did, I was picking 6th, took Andre Johnson first, came back around, and I took Miles Austin in front of guys like Roddy White and Calvin. And one of the reasons I really like Austin, in addition to his awesome supporting cast, is his schedule. He has one of the easiest schedules against the pass this year. His playoff schedule is really easy. Plays Arizona in the championship game, and they give up over 20 points a game and a lot of points to wide receivers. So I'm loving Austin. He's got a new lady. nothing like the help of a Kardashian to take you from, you know, a fantasy darling, a fantasy hero to, you know, the next big thing in Dallas. What does this do for his fantasy numbers? I don't know. Jessica and Tony, you know, now Tony's got Jason, so that's working out pretty well. But I don't know. I don't think it's be much of a distraction. Austin seems to have a pretty level head on his shoulders, and he comes off as a guy who is not taking his opportunities for granted because he's finally put it all together. And I'm looking for another successful season from Miles Austin. I've got him very high. I'd love to get him in the second round, and I'll roll with him. I'll take my chances with him. I know there's a lot of mouths to feed, but there's also going to be a lot of points being scored out there in the Big D. Is Dallas going to the Super Bowl? I don't know. It's too early to tell, but all that matters is Austin could be a guy that takes you to your fantasy Super Bowl. So until next time, guys, Fantasy Lion JG headed out. I'm going to put together some more videos for you guys this week. Also posted 2 new articles. There's a sleeper in New Orleans I think you guys should check out, and I break down the Arizona Cardinals about what to expect. So check that out at Pyromaniac.com. Follow me on Twitter at Fantasy Lion, and hit us up for all your fantasy needs. Peace.